Today we're in Boron. We're at West Boron Elementary School, home of the Jackrabbits, and today we're here to All right, well, last time we were going over basic shapes with the students from West Boron Elementary, and right now we're going to take that and we're going to put it to the test and see how well they can describe the shapes and see if somebody can draw what they're looking at, all right? So here's what I need you guys to do. When I tell you to, you're going to turn over one of the colored pieces of paper. You're going to see some shapes drawn on that paper. You don't want other people to see what you're looking at, so when you take it, you want to kind of take it and kind of look at it yourself, and you're going to write down some descriptions, all right? And then you can put it down and pick it up, look at it as many times as you want. But you really don't want somebody else to see what you're looking at, okay? You want to write down a series of steps so that when somebody reads your description, they will be able to draw exactly what you were looking at. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, so you want to be very descriptive in your writing. We remember last time we were talking about just basic shapes, circles, squares, rectangles, triangles, different types of triangles, things like that, okay? And remember, when we were trying to describe them, they could come out to look a couple of different ways if you go exactly what somebody wrote down. So, you guys ready? Okay, so each of you are going to take a colored piece of paper. They're all different. You are going to, by yourself, look at that picture. You can go ahead and take it, all right? And then as you're looking at it, start describing what you see so that somebody else will be able to duplicate that, all right? So as soon as you're ready, start writing down all the steps so that somebody can make exactly what you're looking at. Come on up. Together we'll do exactly what that says, all right? So come on up to the board and we'll go ahead and draw that one. So let's use this one. Nice clean board over here. Grab the color marker you want. All right, so let's read this out loud here. We'll put this down for now. All right, first you draw a trapezoid at the bottom of the paper. So you can go kind of, let's say we do this. All right, we'll just take that part off, all right? So we've got a trapezoid at the bottom of the paper. Read the next part.
Then you draw a rectangle across the top of the trapezoid.
Okay, so draw a rectangle across the top of the trapezoid. The length of the rectangle being the same as the length as the top of the trapezoid. So that looks good right there, right? Okay. Then you draw a triangle on top of the rectangle, but to the right of the rectangle, only taking up half of the rectangle. So you draw a triangle on top of the rectangle, but to the right of the rectangle, only taking up half of the rectangle. So that looks like it satisfies it, right? Okay. On the other half, draw a square as tall as the triangle that you just drew. There we go. After that, draw a line from the top of the square to the top of the triangle, making a different type of triangle. So you're going to draw a line from the top right of the square.
Top right?
top right of the square, to the top of the triangle, making a different type of triangle. That's kind of a difficult one there, isn't it? So go ahead and do whatever you think is going to be the best bet. All right, so there we go. All right, so why don't you go ahead and call Roman up.
Roman.
And bring your original paper, so bring that up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process here. All right, so draw a trapezoid at the bottom of the paper. He did that, and is that the way it looks for you? Pretty good, right? Okay, next thing. Draw a rectangle across the top of the trapezoid, the length of the rectangle being the same as the length of the top of the trapezoid. How's he doing so far? Pretty good. All right. And then do you remember what we had to do next?
We had to draw a triangle.
Right, we had to do the triangle to the right. Did he do good?
Kind of, yeah.
Good. Kind of, right? It's a triangle on the right side. Okay, then what?
We draw the square.
Then we had to do the square. All right, so where's the part that kind of looks a little different?
The triangle needs to be like a isosceles triangle, being like the both sides.
Okay. And what we have here is it says, after that, draw a line from the top right of the square to the top of the triangle, making a different type of triangle. So that's kind of where it got a little bit hazy, let's say, right there, all right? So overall, how do you think you did?
Pretty good.
You did pretty good, right? I mean, all the way up to that point, everything looked pretty perfect, right? All right, boys, nicely done. Nice descriptive writing, nice interpreting of the writing, and taking that drawing. Let's see how everybody else is doing, all right? Moving all the way from what you guys learned in kindergarten all the way through now to 6th grade with some more vocabulary, geometric shapes, and being able to describe them a little bit better. And we did it all right here at West Boron Elementary.